is a rainy day, and I don't always sit out on the porch when it rains, but when I do, I've done, a few times here and there. And then when you go on vacation, and it's like if you have a place with a deck, with like a covered deck, and it's raining, it's the best. But anyway, it's a little chilly. We have more than just the crows out this morning. There are some little chirpy birds flying around. Anyway, I hope the sound of the rain comes out sounding beautiful on the video and not like not super annoying. Let's see how it turns out. I just really wanted to go outside again with you guys today because I've been inside a lot. And I wanted to take a minute to kind of get back to talking a little bit on the subject of birth, but not in the same way that I had been. Today I wanted to share my experience when it comes to attending birth for other women. And I have a confession to make. Oh, it's so hard to say. I don't like it. I don't like it. There are parts that I love, and parts that are just so beautiful, and parts where you just really feel, that spark of life. Like, literally you see that spark of life and you feel it, and what an honor it is to be with a mother or a soon-to-be mother as she's making that transition from maiden to mother. And what an honor it is to offer comfort and compassion and love and warmth and just your heart into that space and into that room. Those are the things I love about it. And then there are the hard parts. For someone like me who has a sensitive stomach, I'm trying to tell my stomach not to be, but that's, another story for another day. Being at a birth means no regular meals for a day or 2 or 3. It just depends on how long that labor and birth is. It means just getting by forcing myself to eat just enough to make sure that I have enough strength to support this woman, this mother, through this journey of hers. The pressure is so, it feels so heavy. And I wish there was a way I could turn that around, a way that I could figure out how to turn that around, but the pressure on myself is it's just so heavy. Just wanting so badly to make sure that every move, every word spoken, every step taken, every touch given is there to support the mother and the family and not to take away from the experience. Am I too much in my head? I don't know. Ooh, I'm getting cold. The wind is blowing and it's really cold. And I also wonder if just talking about this is making me a little shaky because, I think I'm just feeling it in my body right now. I'm a little shaky. the honor of being chosen to support somebody through their labor and birth, and even their pregnancy and postpartum, is a wonderful gift. And it, it really helps you feel, or it helps me feel and believe that, there is a place for me in the world. And supporting women throughout their pregnancies and throughout their postpartums, it has its challenges. It has, what's the word? I can't think of the word. There are parts of it that are hard and that I have to push through. But not like labor and birth. Not like I have to push through and stand strong like labor and birth. And I can't speak for every doula, because I know every person is different. We all have our own strengths and our own weaknesses. But for me, seeing a woman through, or being with a woman, a mother, person, through her labor and birth, it is one of the hardest journeys that I take. And I don't know if it's going to be a part of my continuing story of life, or if it's gonna fade away, which in some ways is really sad, because I know there's a place for me there. But I just don't know if I'm strong enough for it. Am I strong enough for the births and labors that have sad parts? Am I physically strong enough to get through the long labors and supporting the mother and the partner? Do I have the strength? Can I do it? Even with help from some medicine, can I do it? Am I strong enough to make that choice to stay at a hotel before driving an hour home? Because let me tell you, that hour drive home, oh my gosh. So where I live, there is a hospital nearby, but most women don't. Or I shouldn't say most women. I have never really been hired to attend births at that hospital very often. And to be honest, I don't like to attend births at hospital. But, so my experience has been an hour drive. An hour drive to the person's home, to birth center, to hospital, and then after that, long journey with the mother together. Another hour drive back home. Ooh, why am I shaking? Am I shaking because of the cold and the wet, or am I shaking because what I'm talking? I think I'm shaking because of the subject. So I don't always shake when it's cold outside, but I do shake. I do shake when I get nervous. And I do shake when I get tired. Like, you know what tired I'm talking about. Tired. Like, to the core tired. Like, your body is like, why are you still standing? And your mind is like, get with it. I need to be somewhere. I am called to be in this place. So my body needs to jump on board and get with it. And then I do it. And I'm there for what I need to be there for. And then it's time to go home, and I'm telling my body, we're not done yet. You still have to get me home, but the job isn't as big as it was before, because before it was being there for another being. And somehow that just feels so much bigger than being there for yourself. Maybe that's the part I need to turn around. Oh my gosh, but how hard is that? I mean, if you're a doula and you can relate maybe how hard it is to put yourself before that mother in labor. Saying it out loud, oh, it just sounds so hard. It sounds, oh, so hard. Like how, like that's the point, right? That's the point of being a doula, being a birth worker, being a birth keeper, being that person that's been chosen to walk with that woman and that mother in labor. Is that we put her first, and we put her above everything else that's happening. We put her above policy, and we put her above fear, and we put her above ourselves. And oh gosh, now that I'm talking it out, maybe that's what it is. So now I wonder, is there a way to put myself first and still really 100% be there for this other being or beings, right? The woman, mother, partner, and then baby or babies. Well, now that I'm thoroughly shaking, head to toe. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's my confession. Attending woman in birth hurts. It hurts every time in different ways. Whether the birth is perfectly blissful and healthy and just as smooth as it can be for mother and baby and partner. And it hurts when sad things happen. As it does in life, right? So that's the truth. Yeah. I'm at a crossroads. I think I have been for 5 years. At a crossroads of am I gonna stop? Like stop. Or is it still just part of my journey and part of me figuring out how to put me first? I don't know. And still support and love and honor and hold and help and hear women as they go through that journey of labor and birth and welcoming a new child into their life. Well, you're on the journey with me, so we'll find out together. I have a special video coming up soon, so soon. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after. But if you love placentas, you're gonna love it, because I have a beautiful placenta to share with you and some gorgeous placenta prints to share with you as well. Oh, I'm excited. So yeah, so stick around. I don't know if it'll be next week or in a couple weeks or 3 weeks, but it's coming. It's coming. And in the meantime, maybe I'll take you along with some of the things that I do with my children and my family throughout the week. Yeah. Until the next video, you just remember and know in your heart and your soul and your body and all of you that you were born to do this. You are the boss of you, and you are worth quality care. Bye-bye.